more. Fox 13 political analyst Cathy Allen, who's a Democratic political consultant with the Connections Group. And then we have Randy Pepple, founder of ShiftWashington.org. Randy, you're a Republican and Democrat, Cathy Allen over here, to discuss money, because that is a big topic going forward. And I know democracy vouchers, that's been a topic that you like to talk about. So tell us, for the average person, what is a democracy voucher and what was the goal behind it in the first place?
Well, the goal behind it was to find more people who were not the usual suspects that were running for office. It was a goal to be able to get more people of color, goal to get people who were more like the rest of us as opposed to the usual suspects. That was what was happening. And frankly, that's happened. We have now more people running. We have more people of color. We have more people who've never run or could not run if they didn't have startup money like the democracy vouchers do. And what's happened is the democracy vouchers have really, really taken off. What we now see is there's already, right now this year, $2 million worth of democracy vouchers have been given out by we the people, our tax base, and what happens is they are going to candidates who manage to get people who want to give them vouchers, up to 4 vouchers, $25 each.
So is this reaching candidates that normally would not have gotten the platform?
Well, it allows somebody who might only be able to raise a little bit of money to have a bigger pot of money, courtesy of the taxpayers, because, you know, every voter gets $100, and if they want to give all 4 of those $25 vouchers to one candidate, that's $100 that they weren't going to write to the candidate that the candidate now has. That helps, as Cathy says, those candidates who in the past might have had trouble raising money. I have a problem with the fact that it's already blowing through all the budget estimates that the city of Seattle had set. Taxpayers are going to be dinged for essentially funding a private activity, and that's campaigns. And so campaign consultants have done a very good job of getting democracy voucher money. You saw scams in the last election of candidates who actually collected more in vouchers than they did get votes. They were just using it as a fundraising mechanism for themselves and their staff. And so that's my problem with democracy vouchers. And we're going to see it go, I don't know, about $5 million this year, potentially by the end of the general election. And that's a lot of taxpayer dollars, and I think it's marginal utility.
Marginal utility. What do you think about that?
I was a big skeptic of this program. It's another one of these things you do to make political consultants rich, because what we end up doing is we end up manipulating it around the clock. The important part I've looked at is that the whole voucher thing has shown what they wanted to do. Every one of the people who are running right now that are running against incumbents have beaten their opponents with the money they have right now to spend. The money, the balance that's in their banks. All of the incumbents are behind their opponents because mostly of these actual vouchers. And the other part about it is that when it comes to this, the vouchers have been changed. The kind of wreck that we had last time in 2021 was such that, you know, we could send all of our volunteers and all of our paid staffers out going door to door to say, can you give me your vouchers? Well, you can't do that anymore. That's been ruled out of sort. You can't just do that. The candidate's got to ask for it, or people have to be able to come to places where they're going to see the candidate.
And so just wanted to brief people on it. As far as the money goes, democracy vouchers, this election cycle, more people have sent in money than they did the same time last election cycle. So there is this, you know, atmosphere of people wanting to get involved.
They're becoming more aware of it. I mean, part of it is it's still a relatively new program. I mean, the voucher program's only been in place for the last 3 election cycles. And so as more people are becoming aware of it, as the candidates are focusing on making more people aware of it, more people are using it. The thing is, they didn't budget for that when they drew up the program, which is consistent with the way a lot of government programs start.
And so, and I wanted to ask you guys this, do money really matter at the end of the day? I mean, what about likability? What about name recognition and public speaking? Like, don't those things have more weight than money?
I think you'll find that many things do, like being a young person, being a woman, being somebody who is upset with the police or something. What we're now seeing is that, yes, it does matter, particularly when we have so many races right now, of those 7 city council, I can't tell you how close they all are. So likability is going to be huge. And so is what you stand on issues. So is what's going to happen in regards to whether or not you are going door to door. Going door to door is still the most valuable way you get a vote.
And it matters because you can be the most likable person in the world, but if you don't have enough money to introduce yourself to enough voters, you lose. And so that's what Democracy Vouchers has done, is given a likable person who might not have a really good list of people to raise money from, allows them to get enough money.
All right. Well, Randy and Cathy, thank you so much for that. And so if you have topics you want us to help break down, be sure to reach out to us on social media at Fox 13 Seattle.